Can a difference of 100 feet in square footage make a difference in price? Well, let's find out. Hey Pack, welcome back. It's Eric from WolfSteel Buildings, and once again I have Ernesto here at the channel. Thank you for being here. If you guys are new to the channel, Ernesto is our sales director here at WolfSteel Buildings, and I like to have him here on the channel because he does provide lots of valuable information in regard to sale process and everything that goes behind the scenes when obtaining a metal building through WolfSteel Buildings. But in today's video, we're gonna dive into how much of a difference in 100 square foot makes a difference in your price when obtaining your metal building. In today's video, we're gonna dive into two buildings. They're tubular buildings. One is a 30 by 50 and the other one is a 40 by 40. One has 1,500 square foot and the other one has 1,600 square footage. Just a difference of 100 square footage in difference, but a big impact on pricing. Yeah. So what do you say, Ernesto?
Let's do it. Let's give the people what they want.
Let's do it. All right, Pac, I'm going to pretend like I'm a client and I'm looking for a building. So let's just say I'm calling the company, right? Ring, ring, ring. You answer. Yep. And I say, hey man, I'm looking to get a building. Okay. You know, what's the first thing you tell me? What size are you looking for?
Yeah. Ultimately, of course, first and foremost, we want to make sure we can service your area. Because of course we do, focus on the state of Texas, but at the same time too, we also have designated areas here in the state of Texas. So first things first, we get your zip code. We got to make sure that we service your area. And then second, it's just talk to me a little bit about the building you have in mind, right? We want to get a better understanding of the projects that you're looking to build, right? So ultimately that comes down to the use, the size of the building, all that good stuff. Just so as a representative, we want to make sure that we get you what you're looking for. So cool.
So do you want to, let's start with the 40 by 40, right?
Okay.
And then what's the thing that you tell your clients when they're going that much of a width?
Ultimately, getting a width of that size, you want to make sure that you're understanding the use of the building. We want to make sure, can we offer you something else? Because us knowing good and well the biggest difference between 30 wides and 40 wides, you get a 40 wide building and right off the bat, we know that that's what's considered a WideSpan. That's what's considered a commercial grade truss. So we want to know, hey, can you take 10 feet away from your width and add it to your length? Would that still be feasible for the use of the building? That's the biggest part. Because again, biggest reason of this video, we want to make sure we show you guys the difference in price for that specific change. 10 feet away from that width, turning it into 30, tacking it onto your length, making it a 50 instead of a 40.
Wow, awesome, good information. So for this 40 by 40 that we're going to showcase first, it's 12 foot in leg height.
Yes.
40 wide, 40 long. We have how many windows?
So one on each side.
2 windows. How many walk-in doors?
1 walk-in door, and then 1 10 by 10 centered on that gable.
Center roll-up door, right? Okay. Now let's start it off, Ernesto.
All right. So so the 40 by 40 by 12 with that 1 roll-up door, the 2 windows, the walk-in door. You are looking at a grand total. This is delivered and installed, Eric, of $42,446 with 50 cents. Now keep in mind, Eric, is that due to the width of the building, we do need equipment. Those trusses are just a little too dang heavy for our installers to lift them by hand, but that cost is always embedded into the cost of the building that you see there. So the $42,000 is already with equipment. With equipment,
Pack. Again, that's $42,446 with 50 cents. Again, this is the 40 by 40, correct, Ernesto?
Yes, it is.
This is considered a wide span pack. On screen, I'll be showing some of the recent projects that we have sold and erected. I'll be showing on screen all the cool drone shots of all the web trussing, the commercial trussing, and how heavy these trussing is. Hopefully on screen you're seeing one of the Skytracks carrying that trussing and taking it onto the concrete foundation so they can start erecting. This is very heavy materials, right?
Oh yeah, extremely. That's the biggest difference when ever you do decide to say, hey, let me ask my salesman, what is the difference between taking off the 10 feet from the width and adding it to the length, right? Which kind of piggybacks us off of what's the difference you know, 30 by 50 versus the 40 by 40.
So now let's dive into the 30 by 50. That's 1,500 square footage. And what price are we looking at here, Ernesto? Same dimensions, same.
So for example, you got the same accessories, right? And again, you're saying that 100 square feet, how much of a difference can it really make? The biggest difference here is taking 10 feet away from the width and adding it to the length. So it's not necessarily the square footage, it's the way that the building now has the ability to change and what all can be saved, right? So for example here, if you were to do a 30 by 50 with the same 12-foot leg height, you got the roll-up door, the 2 windows, the walk-in door, delivered, installed. Keep in mind that you no longer need equipment, so that gets wiped off right off the bat. You're looking at a grand total of $28,108. Wow. It's a big difference.
Big difference. I'll put them both on screen. On the left-hand side, we'll have the price for the 30 by 50, and on the right-hand side, we'll have the price for the 40 by 40. But something to keep in mind, Pat, again, this is 12 foot in leg height. What is the minimum requirement of leg height for no equipment?
So it's 12. It's
right.
12, but only for standard size buildings.
Standard size buildings.
Yeah, anytime that you surpass a 30-foot width, you automatically need equipment regardless of
Regardless, even though they're both 12 and 12, but one of them is a WideSpan, and just like how we explained earlier, one of the reasons you have equipment on that 40 by 40 is because it's a WideSpan and because of the trussing. It is very heavy materials. They cannot pick it up by themselves. That's why they need those sky tracks to be there on site. Now for the 30 by 50, all this can be done with ladders, right?
Yeah, ladders, you know, some strong guys that are on site picking up those trusses, especially if it's that 12 gauge tubing, man. But as long as it's a standard size building, it's definitely a non-issue. You know, installers can definitely work by hand and get it done for you.
Yeah, so that's almost a difference of 14K, Pat. That's a lot of scrolls.
That's a lot. That's a lot. So it makes all the difference in the world. Definitely, it's a question that you can always ask just to get that clarity. Because at the end of the day, our job is to provide you with, you know, options, information to see what's going to be your best option.
Yeah, and 14K, Ernesto, that's a lot of playroom, right? You can always add a nice overhead door. You know, more windows, lean-to.
That's the beauty of the accessories that we have. You know, you can always take that cost and implement it into the insulation of your building. Additional concrete for walkways, driveways, whatever the case might be, as well as, again, like you mentioned, right? Overhead doors. Do you want to manually open and close that door every time you pull up, or just pull up with the little, you know, click of a button and then that door opens up for you? So, you know, you can always, you know, rearrange your building a little bit so it's favorable to use that cost to accessories that'll just help you out in the long run. Awesome.
Very valuable information, Ernesto. Hopefully you guys at home got an idea of the price difference between a 30 by 50 and a 40 by 40 standard building versus a WideSpan. Everything that goes behind the scenes, the price difference, I should say, in the 100 foot square footage. That's almost 14K in difference. Again, the 30 by 50 is 28K, and the 40 by 40 comes out to 42K. That's a big difference, Pat. All right, Pat. But let's not forget, if you've been a loyal fan to the channel, you're familiar with if you add accessories to the sides of your building, we're gonna need headers, right, Ernesto?
Yeah. Any kind of accessories, any kind of locations, all that, you know, can definitely add up. Like I always say, a little bit adds to a lot. So the moment that you start inquiring about, you know, additional accessories, maybe in a specific location, sides versus ends, things like that, it can start to alter the cost of the building, but you can always ask those questions to your sales team.
Yeah, so going back, there's many factors that take in play when considering a metal building. Just for this particular video, we're comparing the widths and lengths and how that can come into play at the end when defining your price. But if you're looking to get more details in regarding factors that take in play in regards to your metal building, we did create an amazing video which includes Anabella and Abdel regarding 5 pricing factors to your metal building. I'll link that video in the description as well. I suggest you guys see that video. It has lots of valuable information. Anything that you want to add, Ernesto, before we sign off?
No, man. Again, definitely reach out to your sales team. You know, ask them any and all questions that you absolutely can. We're ready to, you know, give you options, give you ideas, comments, concerns, anything like that. That's what we're here for. So any questions at all, just feel free and give us a call.
Again, this is Ernesto. He is the sales director here at WolfSteel Buildings, and he does have 6 sales pods for his team. That is the Dream Team, the Alpha Wolves, the Shadow Wolves, the Quote Busters, the Texas Lobos, and lastly, the A-Team. They're more than qualified to help you out. Again, Pac, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on all WolfSteel Building videos. And if you have some comments or any suggestions on what video you would like to see, just leave them down below. We'll be more than happy to answer that for you. Again, Pac, this is Eric and Ernesto signing off from WolfSteel Buildings. We'll catch you on the next one.